Okay everybody, this can be our third yoga video. So last week went over Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B, and it was pretty awesome. We also had two standing poses. There are 13 total, okay, 13 standing poses total. We went over the first two, hand to big toe, hand under foot, okay. We're going to add more poses today. So we'll be doing triangle pose and revolve triangle pose, and we will add extended side angle and revolved extended side angle. So 4 new poses today. Alright, I'll throw some questions in the video that you guys can answer throughout the week. And before we start into the workout, I'll just kind of describe triangle pose and revolve triangle and the new poses. So in triangle pose, it's called triangle because the legs are like triangles, okay? So both legs are straight, and you do this way too. Both legs are straight, the front foot is facing directly forward, okay? The back foot is slightly forward, okay? And we extend out and come down. And I want you to just go as far as you can without bending your knee, okay? So you might just put your hand on your shin, and then you reach the other arm straight up to the sky. And your gaze will be on the top hand, okay? Now, if you are flexible and you can go deeper, you can move down until you touch the floor. But if you start to collapse the chest towards the floor, I want you to back out and move the hand further up the leg so you can really open up. So imagine that you're against the wall and you're going to push your back into the wall and your hips and your legs. So everything's pushed up against that wall. You could even try it against the wall if you'd like. Now, one of the big things here is that everybody screws up on is they cross their legs and then they don't have any balance. They're falling all over the place. So make sure that you don't cross your legs, okay? Don't cross your legs, all right, as you do triangle pose. Now, when we go into revolve triangle, the legs will stay the same except for the back foot will turn slightly forward more, allowing your hip to pull forward, okay? So here I am, I have my left hand down, and my right hip's pulling forward, my left hip's pulling back. That way I can twist over the leg, and you could just bring your hand anywhere on the leg as long as you don't start to bend the knees. And then you can bring your other hand onto the hip or extend it up to the sky. Now your gaze will be on that top hand, so I'll do it in this direction so you can see. So I'm pulling my right hip forward, left hip back. Right arm, you reach it up, bring it down. If you have to bend the knee, then I want you to back off and then try and twist and reach up, okay? So this is revolve triangle, and we'll throw that in later, okay? The next two poses that we're going to learn, these kind of work in twos, like hand to big toe, hand under foot are very similar. Triangle, revolve triangle, very similar. This one is extended side angle, so I am here in a lunge. I have my left foot forward, and we will do it on both sides, each of these poses. My back leg is straight, okay? My back foot's pushed into the floor. I don't want you to raise the foot up, okay? So you just try and get the whole bottom of your foot into the floor. And it's slightly moving forward, just slightly, okay? Now we're going to bring the left arm onto the leg and just make sure your knee is lined up with the ankle. So you don't want to be back or push forward beyond the ankle. So just line your knee up with the ankle, and then we're going to try and open up and extend the right arm out over the head. Now my gaze is at my hand extending outward. So this is called extended side angle. Okay? That's the pose. Make sure you're not collapsing downward. Reaching out, arm is straight out. Now if you go and crank the arm up like this, it looks contorted and broken. Don't do that. Just turn your thumb upward so you can extend your arm out. And that's the pose. Okay, now revolved extended side angle. My back foot's going to point forward a little bit more, just like triangle pose, so I can move my left hip forward, right hip back. I'll bring my hands into the heart and then twist over the front leg. Try and hook, twist, and look up. Now, if you need to modify this, if it's too intense, you can always take and come up onto the back toes so you're off the heel and the back foot, like this. If you can see that back foot, I hope. Or you could modify even more and put the knee down as you twist over the leg. Alright? So, that's our little tutorial here at the beginning of the video. Now, let's get into this workout and we'll just try and flow through it into the poses, okay? So we'll start Samasthita. We'll go through Sun Salutation A and B, and then we'll get into our standing poses. So after today, I'll have 6 standing poses down. Out of 13, that's pretty good. Okay, let's reach the arms up. As you inhale, connect to that breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward, shoulders back. Exhale, just step it back and lower down. Inhale, lift, look up, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your toes and push your hips up to the sky. Gaze towards the upper thighs or belly so your neck's relaxed. Breathe in and out through the nose deeply. 2 more breaths. Let's go one more. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step up to the hands, look forward. Now you can bring your hands onto the shins if you need to. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Head relaxes down. Inhale, reach the arms out, or you can bring hands onto the hips. Look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. That's 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, we call it staff pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Hold, breathe. It's 2. 3. 4. One more breath. As you exhale, we'll bend the knees. Inhale, come up, look forward. Exhale, fold over the legs, head relaxes, belly sucked in the whole time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to Samasthita, standing tall. Let's go again for 3. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, inhale. Step back, lower down. This is called staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Hold 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. And bend the knees 5. Inhale, step up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samasthita. Good, we're going to do one more for 4. And every pose is 1 breath, 1 inhale or exhale. Okay? But when we get to downward dog, we hold for 5 breaths. Let's go again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, staff pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend the knees on the 5th exhale. Come up to the top, look forward, inhale. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Exhale, stand tall. Samastitihi. Good. So one of the questions for this week that you'll answer is, how many breaths do you take in downward facing dog during sun salutation A? Okay, good luck on that one. Alright, now sun salutation B. Let's go. Bend the knees, touch the floor, and then inhale to fierce. Exhale, fold over the legs, relax the head. Inhale, bring the gaze forward. Exhale, step back, lower down, staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll step the right foot to the hands, put the back foot down on the floor so the heel's down, and rise up to warrior pose. And then take the exhale, lower down, staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing. Step the left foot forward, and one big inhale, you rise up to warrior pose. Exhale, come down, staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. We'll hold it for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step up to the top, look forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, now bend the knees and lift back to fierce. And exhale, come stand tall, Samastitihi. Let's do 2 more of these, so we'll do 3 total. Inhale, fierce. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, staff pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, we rise up, warrior pose. Exhale, come down, staff pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward. Inhale, step up with the left, rise, warrior pose. Exhale, lower down slow, staff pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bend the knees, 5. Inhale, step up, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and inhale, lift. Exhale, stand tall, Samastitihi. We got 1 more to go. Inhale, bend the knees, lift, fierce. Exhale, forward fold, head relaxes. Inhale, half forward fold, shoulders back. Exhale, staff pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lift to warrior pose. Exhale, lower down, staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, lift to warrior pose. Exhale, come down, staff pose. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, and hold, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bend the knees, 5. Inhale, step to the top, look forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees and lift, fierce pose. Exhale, Samasthita. Now we've got through our sun salutations, at least as many as we're going to do for this workout. We'll move into the standing poses. Okay, 6 of them today. Start, jump the feet apart, hip distance, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Wrap your middle index finger and thumbs around the big toes. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, I want you to pull down. Use your arm strength. Use your quadriceps. Use your belly. Relax the head. 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now look forward, inhale. We're going to put the hands underneath the feet for hand under foot pose. Look forward, inhale. And exhale, fold over the legs. Try and get the tips of the toes to the wrist so you can stretch through the wrist. Flex through the quadriceps, suck in through the belly. Push your toes down into the wrist. Relax the head. Good. 1 more breath. Pull down a little bit deeper. Good. Now let's take an inhale. Bring your gaze forward. Exhale. Bring your hands to your hips, but stay where you're at. And then take the inhale to rise up. If you're lightheaded, look down. If not, you can look up. Exhale. Jump back to Samasthita. Good. So now, to get into triangle pose, I'm going to step to the back of my mat, and I want you guys to just stay where you're at. Just stay here, but it'll be easier for you to see if I step back here. I'm going to take my right leg, step it back. Don't cross your legs, okay? We're just going to turn open, reach the arms out. Okay, now into triangle pose. Exhale, come down. Just bring your hand as far down as you can without bending the front knee, and still keep the body open so your chest is lifting and not collapsing towards the floor. Now let's hold this pose for 5 breaths. You can go as deep as you want. If you're super flexible, grip the big toe in front and then lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Now we're going to take the next inhale. We're going to lift up. Turn your feet so they're facing the opposite direction. And make sure your legs don't cross as you transition. So you might need to take that left foot out to the left side a little bit. And then exhale, we'll come down on the other side for triangle pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here to transition, we're going to inhale, lift up, and as you're rising up, take your left arm up over the head, switch your feet to the other side, and then take that left hand, exhale, bring it over the leg to the outside of the leg. Anywhere you go, even if it's on the thigh or shin, and make sure your feet don't cross over, okay? So your legs aren't crossing. Now, we're going to open up to the side, extend the arm out. If that's too intense, bring your hand to the hip. But we're trying to look up at the ceiling or up at the hand. Okay, now breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Now we're going to windmill the arms up. So we're just taking a big inhale, reach the arms up over the head, switch your feet to the other side, and then exhale, put your right hand across the leg and into revolve triangle pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Now we're going to inhale, rise the arm up, the right arm, and then I want you to face the side of the mat and extend the arms out, and then take your next exhale and just step up to the top, Samastitihi. Okay? So same thing in this next pose. So there's triangle and revolve triangle. And the questions for this week are going to be, what are the 4 new poses? And we just did 2 of them, triangle, revolve, triangle. Let's do the next 2. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start at the back of my mat, and you guys just stay at the front. I'm just doing this to get a better visual. Okay, now for extended side angle, that's our next pose. We're going to step the right leg way back, turn. Now my knee's bent. I'm going to line it up with the ankle so it's not back or in front of it. Extend the arms out, and then exhale, bring your right arm down onto the right leg and extend that left arm out over the head. Now tilt your side body upwards so your chest is lifting and not collapsing. Okay, not here, but here. Now breathe in and out through the nose. We'll hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. We're going to inhale, rise up, arms extended out, straighten your right leg and turn towards the back. Now you're in the same lunge on the other side. Exhale, put the left arm on the thigh and extend the right arm out over the head. We'll hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Now take the next inhale. We're going to rise up. Bring your palms together as you turn in the other direction. So you're lined up the same way you were in the last pose. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the thumbs down to the sternum and twist over the leg. Remember, you can always modify by dropping the back knee on the floor. We'll hold this for 5 breaths. Now, just mind you that in the book, they don't have this pose in the book, okay? This pose was added after that book was written. Okay, they thought this pose was so awesome they had to put it in. Okay, So you won't find it in the book, but you'll find it here in this video. Now let's breathe. Gaze is up, suck that belly in and twist. Let's go one more breath. Good. Now, we're going to bring this up. Palms will stay together if you can. Rise up, just turn towards the other side. Make sure your legs don't cross so you're not losing your balance. And twist over the leg, the left leg. Let's hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2. Move your shoulders away from your ears. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to rise up and face the side of your mat with your arms extended out, and then step up to the top of your mat, Samastitihi. Good, so that was extended side angle and revolved extended side angle. Those are the 4 new poses for this week. You have to put those on the questions. Well, it looks like I'm at 26 minutes and my phone usually cuts off at 29 minutes. And that's all right. That's a good enough workout. So let's move down to the floor through a vinyasa. Remember, vinyasa means movement with breath. We go through the vinyasa to transition in and out of poses. So let's go inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step it back, staff pose. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back to downward dog. Now from this downward dog, we're going to set the knees on the floor, cross the legs, rock your bum back, and move your legs forward and sit up tall. Legs straight, sit up tall. So we're still doing yoga, we're not just getting lazy. Okay? From here, if we have time, I'm going to put you in a spinal twist, okay? So this will be a lot of fun. We're going to lay down on the mat, bring your knees into your chest, then extend that left leg out on the floor. Take your right foot and just hook it on the leg and twist over to the side, extending the right arm out and gaze towards the right hand. Spinal twist. Now breathe. Good, now bring the knees back in. Extend the right leg out onto the floor. Hook your left toes on the leg and twist to the other side. Good, bring the knees back in. From here, we'll just rock and roll. We'll rock up to seated, and we're running out of time. So make sure you do Shavasana. Just lay down, close your eyes. 10 minutes, just relax. Thanks. Namaste.